hello you bearded bastards, and welcome back once again to Dwarf Fortress. And today we're going to be trying something a bit different, something I have not done before, in one of my videos anyways. Today I would like to try out a mod. And the mod in question is Rise of the Mushroom Kingdom, which is something that really speaks to me. Rise of the Mushroom Kingdom adds into the game Dwarf Fortress all sorts of Super Mario Bros. Related races and enemies, I guess? I haven't really played it before. I loaded it up a couple times and kind of just messed around, and from what I've seen, it seems very promising. Believe it or not, besides Dwarf Fortress, Super Mario Bros. Games are probably some of my favorites, and so I figured I'd treat myself, and hopefully you at home too, with this little experiment. And if you aren't already familiar with the Mario Bros. Series and the characters found within, then this is going to be an extremely trippy episode. On the same token, if you stumbled over this episode and don't know anything about Dwarf Fortress, just know to not expect a typical Super Mario Bros. Game at all. The characters are going to seem fairly familiar, but the combat in Dwarf Fortress is usually pretty brutal, and so don't be totally surprised if you see a mushroom person getting their head caved in with a rock at some point. It might happen. Oh, and one other thing, this mod was created by Indigofenix, and I'll put a link down in the description pointing to where you can download it, just in case you want to try it out too. Anyways, let's get into it. We're going to create a new world, all fairly standard here. Can I make a small world? And just let it roll. Alright, looks like we have a world called Ilaw Min Af, the Universes of Wind. Very cool. Okay, there we go. Year 250 in the Age of Myth. Let's proceed. We'll start playing Dwarf Fortress mode. Now, one of the things I'm a little confused about is what race we're going to be playing as. Having a look at our neighbors, you can see there are Koopas, Goombas, humans, toads, beans, shy guys, and babams. All of which I'm familiar with, but it also leads me to believe that I am not one of these races. So what the hell are we? Well, I guess we'll have to start a fortress to find out. I think this place will do right here. A temperate mountain with a little bit of forested area around it. The mountain will just kind of be running through our map. And I believe there's an aquifer as well, but that shouldn't be a problem. I plan on keeping things mostly centered up on the surface. Alright, all set? Let's do this. Oh, actually, we're going to prepare for the journey carefully. Okay, now let's have a look here. This peasant, Suga Chanhyai, or curl geese, is tall, has a black mushroom cap with red spots. Okay, I'm thinking this is a toad. Yes, a small mushroom-like creature that enjoys peaceful living. That has to be what it is, right? So that being the case, I'm going to choose a happier area. How about right here? The Beloved Hill. A section of joyous wilds, with a brook running through it too. Let's do it. Prepare for the journey carefully. And let's see, well, it appears we don't have any points to use. Okay. Probably because they're all being used on these items here. Wow, that's a lot. Iced potato juice, huh? Interesting. Wow, I am feeling in over my head right now. And so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of a few of these things here, just like that. Now let's have a look around to see what they can bring exactly. Well, it looks like we can get Yoshis, which is a pretty cool idea, actually. And so what the hell, I've always been partial to the red Yoshi, so we'll get one male and one female. And I'm also going to bring some more hatchets as well. Some extra iced potato juice couldn't hurt, certainly. And some more seeds too. Don't know what many of these are. How about some hoo beans? We'll get some more of those. And now we are good to go, and so let's get to it already. By the words of the great and majestic ruler of the Cardinal Tile and the lands beyond. Greetings to you, and I hope this letter finds you all in good health. Your party of 7 brave citizens has been chosen to construct the outpost of Afunryu, and build it into a thriving center for the glory of all Iguramu. Though the journey into the harsh wilderness may have been difficult, your real challenge begins now. Our scouts have informed us that there may be fighter flies lurking in the area. Use whatever natural resources you find to construct suitable lodgings, and do your best to produce something of use before the year's end. We will send a trader's caravan loaded with emergency supplies later in the season. Hopefully you'll manage on your own until then. May the stars shine down upon tricked tames. Good luck. Yours truly, the lawgiver of the Cardinal Tile. Okay, here we are. Got my small group of toads, just grouped around their wagon. They just arrived here. You can see the 2 red Yoshis. And it looks like we also had 2 that we started out with. They must have been the ones that pulled the wagon. Guess we didn't have to bring any after all. Oh well. Having a look around, you can see there are a bunch of trees here, as well as these white trunks, which are the trunks of mushroom trees, which I think is just fantastic, just scattered throughout the forest. Yeah, that is a very neat touch. Looking at the animals in the area, you can see there are a bunch of feral Goombas and Paragoombas. Terrifying. But I mean, come on, they're just basically toads without arms, right? And it also looks like we have some flying question mark blocks as well. Just passing over, I guess. I wonder what happens if we kill it. Oh, it looks like one of the flying question mark blocks has transformed into a question mark block. Very interesting. Well, gonna have to note that location. Maybe we can get it at some point. Alright, anyways, toads, we have to get down to business here. Well, first off, I'd like to take a look at our captain, Captain Janky, I guess. She's 33 years old, born on the 5th of Obsidian, already has a lover in the fortress. My oh my. She likes a satin spar, huhulium, candy canes, and absolutely detests ink bugs. She likes lying, is offended by leisure time, is a bit turned off by fighting skills and weapons in general, and overall seems like a fairly toned down toad. Okay, I can respect it. That being the case, I don't think we're going to be looking for a big settlement here, just kind of relaxed. And so the first thing we're going to do is chop down many trees. All of the trees we can find, at least. We'll need a good amount of building materials. Looking up to the north here, you can see a bunch of feral paragoombas just kind of clustered around this area. Not too sure what they're doing, or if they're going to be moving anytime soon. We'll have to try to keep this location in mind. They could be dangerous, but honestly, I really don't know. Back over here at the base, I have the toads making a large building that hopefully we can use as a meeting hall. Now, I am working under the assumption that these toads behave the same way as dwarves in normal Dwarf Fortress games, but I do not know for sure. Oh, are these Yoshis actually helping the toads build this thing? That's pretty neat. I'm pretty sure that's what was going on. Huh, very cool. Yeah, just gonna keep working on this place a bit. Oh, and you know what? I guess I should build a farm as well. That'd probably be smart. You, Fedekai, you're going to be our new farmer. What do you think? Get to it. And I guess we're going to grow sweet beets. Sure, why not? And I guess we should also start putting some thought into what we can produce here. Some sort of crafts or something. What the hell did toads make? An interesting thought. Yeah, these Yoshis are definitely helping out in this construction here, which is pretty cool. I wonder what else Yoshis will do. Lay eggs, I'd assume. Can you eat the eggs? That feels kind of messed up, but I suppose we'll see. Alright, just gonna let things progress here a little bit. Things seem to be going well so far. Having a look at our surroundings once more. It looks like those paragoombas are headed out, and there is only one left on the map now. I'll tell you what, let's have a look at this thing just before it flies away. Might be our only chance. A feral paragoomba is a small creature resembling a walking mushroom with a face and 2 fluttering wings. These tenacious creatures have forsaken civilization long ago and now wander the wilds. Okay, very cool. And I'll tell you what, we do have some feral goombas on the map too. Might as well have a look at them too. They are small creatures resembling a walking mushroom with a face. These tenacious creatures, okay, it's pretty much the same thing without fluttering wings. Very cool, so we do have goombas and winged goombas. Nasty creatures. I wonder if we could tame them. That'd be pretty cool. Now, back over here at the base, things appear to be going fairly well. You can see we have a floor down in our meeting hall now, as well as some tables and chairs. And then up a floor, you can see all of our bedrooms, enough for every toad. And the roof is just about completed as well. Don't have to worry about that rain anymore. Although something we do have to worry about is food. We're like completely out now, which is kind of shocking, you know? I did do some reading and apparently the Yoshis eat food as well. It shouldn't be surprising, I guess, but I did not anticipate that. And so we're running out fairly swiftly, so I have the toads out over here collecting some more plants, hoping that we can get something we can grow more of. We do have a bunch of seeds, so, well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to have some more farm plots going, huh? Kind of foolish that we don't. And actually, something else I just noticed are these other workshops here, including a unpacking station, a toad house, request office, Vim extractor, I don't know what any of these are. And so I think it would be worth it to try one of them out. How about the toad house? Now that we have a whole bunch of bedrooms for them. It's gotta be worth a try, right? Just gonna put one right up over here by this brook. Just like that. And I guess that's it. Not too sure what it does, if anything. Although I am intrigued. How about we try to build a requests office? I have no idea what that could possibly do. Might as well just build it here next to the toad house. Let's see. Okay. It looks like we can write a flyer or sign requests. But I have no idea what that could possibly do. Alright, well I did some more reading, and it's kind of fascinating really. The toads here are not fighters at all. In fact, they're very frail in combat, and so I guess mostly they have to rely on other defenses like Yoshis, which are pretty decent combatants from what I understand. So we're going to want a lot of Yoshis. We're also going to want to be trading a lot as well. That's another of the toads' benefits. Also, I read that toads cannot live underground. Not really anyways. They start to get dizzy and then they faint after a while, which is really kinda cool. Also that request office. Apparently you can use that to make requests that then are filled at warp pipes. So you can make a request, a toad I think goes into a pipe and then comes back with items? I believe. Not too sure, haven't seen it in practice yet. Oh neat, look up here. We have a couple of spikies just wandering through this forest. Let's have a look. Spikies are tough creatures with a sharp, spine-covered shell. This one here has a broad body, a green shell, and yellow spikes. Huh, okay. Again, not too sure if this is a hostile creature, or if it's something that we could possibly capture and tame. I suppose we should try to make some cage traps and find out. That would be an interesting thing. Oh, would you look at that? We have some migrants. Very cool. Not too many, I hope. Oh, 2 toads, a Yoshi, 3 more toads, another Yoshi, and what is that? Looks to be a beanlet. Okay, I don't know what that is. Let's have a look at that as well. A beanlet is a small green creature kept as a pet. It has an unusually huge mouth for its size. His seed coat is green and his eyes are black. Okay, interesting. So just like a cat, I guess, or something. I don't know. Pretty cool regardless. Alright, well you guys get yourselves settled in. We'll try to get some more houses for you built in a hurry, no worries. Until then, you can just enjoy some nice iced potato juice, and possibly some sweet beets as well. We do have 2 other farm plots going now, one of which is growing turnips, and the other one is growing turtle bushes. I have no idea what those are. Like most things in this mod so far. That's okay though, I'm still having fun. We'll get started on a new residential building down this way, with a few more bedrooms, and maybe a place for an office too. Probably be for the best. Ooh, hold up here. Something just happened. Yeah, it looks like there was some combat. And on the ground here we have a dead butterfly. Butterfly? However that's pronounced. Alright, well, from the looks of it, a Paragoomba was attacking this butterfly, savagely, and seemed to be grabbing it with its wings while also biting the thing. And then I think, well, from the looks of it anyways, the butterfly must have fell down, and our beloved captain must have finished it off by punching it, mostly. Okay. Oh my goodness, what the hell is this? I just opened up this unit tab here, and there's all kinds of stuff. Like buzzbee queens, which is a large insect that commands an army of smaller thieving bees. We have some moths, which are large insects that have allied themselves with the buzzbee swarm. They also use an erratic flying pattern to distract opponents. We have some battle beetles, which are large insects that aim to incapacitate its enemies in order to steal their food. There are these butterflies, which seem to be allied with these buzzbees. Yeah, you know, I think this whole swarm of various insects are on the same team, and they've come here to just raid us or something? Well, you know, that's a little terrifying. Yeah, I've paused the game. I think those creatures are going to be moving our way soon, but I really am not sure. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to unpause the game and we'll see what happens. Not really seeing that much. I don't know. Maybe they're not that dangerous? Oh, hold up. Something happened. Yeah, just over this way. A bunch of these buzzbee things were killed, and the remaining ones seem to be enraged. And it also looks like one of our toads was badly wounded. It was Hyorao, a woodworker. One of his arms is broken currently. I'm hoping these guys can run in there and help him real quick. Let's see what happens. Well, I've unpaused it. Nothing? No help? Well, he got up. He's coming back anyway, so it looks like he's fine. Though there are still quite a number of these buzzbees flying around. I guess they are dangerous. Let's just hope they don't give us any more trouble. Oh, cool. There's a couple in our meeting hall. Why? Get the hell out of there. I'm gonna start up a military squad with no uniforms or anything like that. And, oh, you can actually put the Yoshis in the squad. Fascinating. We will definitely do that. And I ordered them to kill these moths. Moths which appear to be trying to get away with some of our food. That's annoying. Well, let's see what happens. Nothing? Nothing at all. Oh, I guess I didn't actually order them to kill anything. Trying it again. Okay, there we go. They were all killed, no problem whatsoever. Okay, that does it. Okay, well, this was a brutal combat indeed. A whole bunch of interesting stuff here. It looks like it was started off when this red Yoshi, Suru, kicked one of the mobs in the head, smashing it into the body as an unrecognizable mass. She then grabbed the moth with her left arm, and then started kicking it. A few times anyways. They went back and forth a bit, and then at one point the red Yoshi threw an egg at the moth, striking it and causing its thorax to explode into gore. And then Suru slurped up a chunk of flesh. I don't know what that means. Like, just out of hunger, or what? Was there a purpose? It's fascinating regardless. Just gotta love it. Well, you know, I gotta say, I really like the visceral brutality of Dwarf Fortress married with just the childhood wonder of Super Mario Bros. Characters. Oh, that is a match made in heaven right there, I think. You know what? I just noticed that, well, it looks like these bedrooms can be claimed by Yoshis, which means we'll need a lot more bedrooms. Oh boy, let's get to it, Toads. Got a lot of work to do around here. But before we get to that, it looks like the royal messenger from Iguramu has arrived. Some caravans too, it looks like. Very cool. We only just started making some crafts to trade with them, so unfortunately I don't think we're going to be able to do that much trading. Still, I think we could do something. Alright, they brought some Yoshis with them that are very expensive, but it might be a very good idea to get some, huh? Just so we can actually defend ourselves. Unfortunately, we do not have much to trade, just a bunch of doors and beds and tables, because we made way too many for our little encampment here. But hopefully we can at least get one of them, we should be able to. Gonna go with a brown Yoshi, a female, so hopefully we can get more in the future. Yeah, just gonna take a quick look to see what else we can get. And we do have some meat here. Might as well take a little bit. And maybe we can get another Yoshi? 2 Yoshis? Let's see. Ah, cool. Alright, so we got 3 more Yoshis, one of which is a female, and some meat. Excellent. Good doing business with you. Also, I'll mention that right before we did that, we had another migrant wave, so we have 3 more Toads as well. So that means we need 6 more living spaces. Crazy, really. Oh, hold up. Had a little bit of combat here. Let's have a look. Okay, well, this is very interesting. Right here, flying above our base, is a Parabittybug. Let's have a quick look at that. A Parabittybug is a flying variant of the Bittybug. It has a colorful spotted shell and 2 wings. Looks like a fairly gentle creature, to be perfectly honest. I can't imagine it would cause too much harm to us, and, well, it hasn't yet. Notice here that if you look next to the Parabittybug, you can see this icon. This is a partially eaten body. Okay? I think this was spit out by one of the Yoshis, which is fascinating. If you have a look here at the combat, it says the brown Yoshi slurps up a chunk of flesh, like we had seen before, but it also says the brown Yoshi was able to swallow a body whole, and then spit out the body. So did it really, like, slurp up one of those Parabittybugs and then spit the corpse at another? If that's what happened, then this mod here is pretty remarkable. I never even imagined something like that was possible. Just a wonderful touch, really. Just gonna follow this Parabittybug now and see what happens. It looks to be running off. A sensible decision, I'd say. We just had another interesting thing pop up over this way, where if you look up in this tree, you can see one of those question mark blocks. Like, remember at the beginning it was a flying one, and then it transformed into just a static one, I guess? Well, this one here is pretty close to the ground, and so I'm gonna try to get the warriors over here to kill it, and just see what happens. They are on their way right now, and I have the game paused. Okay, here they come, just underneath this tree. I did just now order them to kill the block, let's see. And, did they? Oh, I guess they did. Yeah, it looks like one of the red Yoshis grabbed it and took it down and then lashed it with its tongue, chipping it. Though I'm not sure if it did anything. Oh, well, actually, if you look up here on the tree, you can see something. Rough question mark blocks. What, like a gem? That's interesting. Huh, that must be what it is. Very cool. We'll have to do something with that. It'd be a shame not to. You know, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm actually going to let some time pass, because I noticed we're past the halfway mark of this episode, and I feel like we really have to put some time in on this settlement. It's got to get much bigger before we can actually call it a village, and so we have to build some new buildings, hopefully get some more migrants, and just expand in general. And so yeah, we're going to let some time pass here, and I'll get back to you in just a little bit. We will be right back. Okay, we are back with some distressing news. Yes, if you take a look up to the north here, you can see a toad corpse just laying amongst these trees. Unfortunately, this is Captain Janky, and she was just slain. I did not see it happen. Unfortunately, I was a little late to the game on this one. Okay, here, let me back up a second. Down over this way here, you can see a star bunny. And this little bastard was running around the map being a pest, saying things like, boing, 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 you can't catch me, and then screaming, I must withdraw. Help save me. And then things like, let's see how fast you are, or let's play hide and seek, you're it. I was ignoring it for a while, but then the thing started getting on my nerves, so I sent our squad out after the thing. And you know what, before we get any farther, let's have a look at the thing. A star bunny is a small, extremely fast flagomorph with long ears. They have been known to leave star pieces out for those who are able to capture them. Oh, and this one's upper spine is mangled beyond recognition, so it looks like one of our warriors was able to hit it, but still, it's running around like an idiot. Now, anyways, that's a star bunny. And while my warriors were chasing this little bastard around, they ran into some of these skipsqueaks, which are small rodents that live in temperate areas. They can jump very high using their strong back legs. And I'm gonna tell you what, these things appear to be quite formidable in combat, at least to toads, because it was one of these things that killed Janky. Oh, and you know what? I think actually one of our Yoshis was killed by one as well. Oh yeah, there it is. Suru, our female red Yoshi. Damn it, I was really hoping to get some more of those. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to take my squad off of that command right there, because I don't want anybody else dying. Not something we need to deal with. Oh, but it looks like the toads are still attacking one of the skipsqueaks. Let's follow it. Alright, well, it looks like one of the toads was able to kill this skipsqueak anyways, thankfully. And now that that's over with, we can have a look at our village, which is coming along rather nicely, I'd say. Has a nice wall surrounding it now, with 3 entrances, to the east, west, and north, as well as a nice bridge leading over the brook. Unnecessary, but still a nice touch, I'd say. We do have enough houses for everyone at this point, as well as a workshop, a temple, and we're working on a tavern as well. I was hoping to get some visitors in here. Might be neat to see who pops up, you know? I don't know what the hell to expect, really. It's interesting. Oh, and you know what? I just realized we have to do something with Janky's corpse. We can't just leave the thing out here, that's monstrous. Oh, but before we do that, it looks like a beanish caravan from Koreth Loga has arrived, as well as a guild representative. Well, that is fascinating. And we can see them here moving up from the south, with their wagons pulled by debils. Now then, let's have a look at one of these bean people, shall we? Might as well. Here's the guild representative, Stathra Githauzu, which appears to be a bean-like creature with a love for good jokes. His body is spring green, his eyes are dark chestnut. Staunch allies of the toads, I'm sure they'll make excellent trade partners. That is exciting. Welcome to a fun Ryu. It's a shame our tavern isn't ready for you guys, but we're working on it, soon enough. Oh, but before we get to that, looks like we have some more buzzbees moving in. A whole damn swarm, too, from the looks of it. Well, great. Just great. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do some trading with these beans real quick, just so these buzzbees don't end up screwing things up. And by the way, I should mention that our main export at this point is furniture. Yeah, that's kind of what we settled on. We have a bunch of wood here, and I don't know, it's simple enough to make. Plus, it seems to me like something toads would make for some reason. Furniture. Doors, beds, tables, chairs, we have it all. Just gonna trade for some random crap here. Okay, that'll do it. Oh, and it looks like combat has begun already. One of the Mark's beans shot one of the bee spies in the leg, taking its leg clean off. Fantastic. And you know, it's kind of tough to spot these things. They're just flying around all over the place. Yeah, it's chaos around here. Oh, but a battle beetle was just killed. Excellent. And I don't see any others flying around at the moment. Oh, except for this fellow here who was just shot out of the sky. Excellent. Having a look, there are still a few here, including a couple of vine eaters. Huh. And a creepy as well. Vine eaters sound kind of terrifying. There does appear to be 2 of them. They are capital V's, which usually denotes a bigger creature. Let's have a look at this thing. A vine eater is a large creature that follows buzzbee swarms around, moving slowly and devouring everything in its path. That is terrifying. Might as well have a look at that creepy as well. A creepy is a large and durable worm that lives among buzzbees and serves as a false target for their enemies. Okay. So kind of just moves in to absorb hits, I guess. Interesting. You know, the more I see of this mod, the more amazed I am. There's so many cool things going on here. Truly fascinating. That being said, I really hope those things don't make it into our base. But it didn't really seem like they were heading our way. Kind of hoping we scared them off, but I suppose we'll see. Anywho, back down here, we've made a tiny little tomb for Captain Janky. I figure it's the least we can do. And this is kind of just how we'll do things from now on. Whenever we have to bury a toad, they'll have their own little wooden tomb. Just a modest place of remembrance. It gets the job done. There we are, just something like that there. 8 new burial places, and it does look like Yoshis get buried alongside the Toads, and so they need their own caskets as well. It is worth it though. The Yoshis are very handy. Now then, looking around, you may be able to tell that some more time has passed. Zooming out once more, you can see our entire village coming right along. Some more houses, some more walkways. We do now have a warehouse up this way to hold furniture, of which we have a ton. There are 2 floors as well, just because we'll need it. Down here next to the trade depot, there's a well. Down here to the south, we have a kitchen with food stockpiles. And just over here, we have a tavern, which we have not yet opened. Let's do that. Okay, it should be good to go. We've named it the Single Fruits. And here we can see a bunch of toads and some beanish people heading in, hoping to get some visitors before long. Just up this way here you can see our jeweler's workshop, where we have used that question mark block gem thing there, and I really want to show you what we did with it. Here we are. This is a well-crafted featherwood figurine of Thwomps. The item is a well-designed image of 2 Thwomps in featherwood, by Fuwani Kanaozetsu. This object menaces with spikes of well-crafted question mark block. I love it, it's just wonderful. I'm going to tell you what, this whole mod really speaks to me in a big way. Just wonderful. Oh, that's nice. Out here in this field we have a couple of young Yoshis playing. Make-believe, I believe. Or they were anyways, now they're just standing here holding a couple of cups. Well, that's adorable. Oh hey, looks like we have a visitor. A toad named Gaku Ashikunken. And she's a bard. Very cool. Welcome to a fun Ryu and the Single Fruit. Make yourself at home. Now, something interesting here. I noticed that this toad looks a bit different than our toads, so I assume she's from a different civilization. It says her skin is pink, but her mushroom cap is white mixed with black, not spotted, which is very intriguing. I wonder how many different patterns they can have. Notice that she's holding her hiho, which I believe is an instrument devised by the Shy Guys. How cool is that? Oh, and actually, I didn't realize it, but she is wearing a bronze mask. Okay, so she must come from a Shy Guy civilization. That's why she's dressed like that. That is, oh my god, that's cool. I know, I keep saying it, but I am really digging that. Something interesting up here too. God, I'm just so excited about this. In this room here, you can see a little oink. The traders just arrived again, and so we got a pair of them, a male and a female. And this one here just laid an egg in this nest box. Gonna have a quick look at these creatures. A little oink is a medium-sized domestic animal. It hatches from an egg and it comes in a variety of colors. And true to that description, this one here's hair is striped orange and black. Exotic. But if you have a look at this boar, Lil Oink, its hair is white, just straight white, which is very cool. Again, I do find myself wondering the extent of this variety. Love it. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The more I see of this mod, the more I can appreciate it. It really has so much to offer. And now that a fun Ryu is looking a bit more settled, I can honestly say that this whole experience has been rather nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Oh boy, right on cue. The Mauser Lyra Lenaleda has come. An enormous, ill-tempered rodent that uses countless explosives to sow chaos and destruction. Oh man. I know this is bad for us, big time, because we have no way to defend ourselves really. But I'm also super excited. This is pretty cool. We only have a few minutes left in this episode now, so let's hurry things up a tad. Okay, we're following it now. It's over here to the west, moving southward and chasing some, whatever these are, bees or something. And we can see that it's exploding too. The bombs that it's using, I guess. And it also appears to be leaving a trail of blood behind it. Okay. Must be getting caught in its own explosions. Maybe this thing won't last that long at all. Seems a little helpless, actually. Maybe the toads are safe. Gonna hope so anyways. No. No, they're not. At all. Those bombs do start fires, it seems, and so there's now a large fire spreading outward from this area towards our village made entirely of wood. Our defenseless village. Well, toads, you had a good run. Alright, well, we can see the Mauser down this way here, just sauntering around through the woodlands. And I did just send a squad out after it, and here they come. And the explosions, just all over the place. A lot of explosions, a lot of blood just splattered about. Smoke, fire, carnage, I guess. Did not work out too well. Well, I think that's where we're going to cut this. At this point, it's pretty easy to say that a fun Ryu doesn't stand much of a chance against this Mauser. And so, we're just gonna let it be. Fight on, you brave mushrooms. Your legend will be remembered. Anywho, if you haven't guessed, this mod here, pretty good. Pretty damn good, actually. If you happen to be a fan of the Super Mario Bros. Series and of Dwarf Fortress, which admittedly is a bit of a strange combo, then I would highly recommend it. Again, if you want to check out Rise of the Mushroom Kingdom, there is a link in the description below this video, so do it up. Anyways, my bearded bastards, I truly do hope you enjoyed yourselves today. I thank you for joining me, and I certainly hope to see you next time, here in Dwarf Fortress. And until then, my bearded bastards,